Hey there, everybody. I told you I was going to make a video, and I didn't want to do a regular Q&A video where I answer a bunch of random asks. I asked for just topics that you wanted me to discuss, and the most common answers that I got were a video of things that piss me off and my coming out story. I'm not going to do a video about things that piss me off because that's a Debbie Downer. No one wants to hear that. Uh, I will make a video about things that I like and things that make me happy. And I will tell my coming out story just afterwards because it's not that super dramatic or emotional. It's funny though, and it's short. Um, so things that I like. I definitely enjoy pizza rolls. Pizza rolls are one of mankind's greatest inventions. And do not put them in the microwave. What is wrong with you? No, they're so much better in a toaster oven or regular conventional oven. You don't microwave regular pizza. You put it in an oven. I like junk food and food in general, which, I mean, saying I like junk food is so bad considering I'm a diabetic. But I take care of myself. I have my glucometer right here so I can test my blood sugar. This is the strip that I used before I ate the pizza rolls. And I have my little insulin pump, my robot arm. Um, but yeah, and I go to the gym, but that doesn't mean that I'm not putting all these preservatives and chemicals into my body, but it's so good. Um, I like my job. I'm a server at Poe's Tavern. It's reversed for you guys, but it's Poe like Edgar Allan Poe. It's a little place on the beach. It's a burger joint. I highly recommend you check out their website. The food is so good. Um, but yeah, I like my job because I like the people that I work with. I they're all pretty close to my age, you know. I'm one of the younger ones there, but a lot of them are under 35, so I can relate to them on more than just a coworker level. I think my oldest coworker is my GM, and I think she's 40, maybe younger. I don't know. She looks younger. Uh, Getting a phone call. Yeah, not important. Sorry about that. That actually brings me to one of the next points that I just violated. I like when people put their cell phones down when they're talking to people. I mean, generally that applies more in a professional setting, you know, if you're ordering food or if you're at the checkout register or whatever, put your phone down, you know, like force small talk. It's not that hard and it's just rude, you know, to be so distracted and talking to someone else while you're physically interacting with someone. Uh, I like hats, as you can see. I've got this hat on and a lot of my selfies are in hats and I actually have a wall of hats. Yes, I have many hats there, and I've got, those are just actually the nicer ones. There's actually maybe 7 or 8 more. Uh, these are the ones that I wear more frequently. They look better. And one of them actually I never wear because it's over the top, but it's cool. It's got my name on it in graffiti. Again, backwards, but it's pretty cool. It was a gift. I like it. I just never wear it. It's a cool novelty to have. Other things that I like. I like pets. I really like other people's pets, I should say. I mean, it's not that I have anything against animals, it's just that I don't have the time or patience for one right now. It wouldn't be fair to the animal if I had one, but if you've got a cat or a dog or, excuse me, a bird or something, or a lizard, but not a snake, I'm not big on snakes. But yeah, I'll come over and I'll pet your pet for sure. I love my friends, and I love my boyfriend. That goes without saying. I didn't think I needed to put them on the list, but you know, they deserve a shout out. Um, I like TV. TV is awesome. I have a list of shows that I watch if you're interested. I think it's under my frequently asked, which I hope I have a link for. I like video games. I'm not a gamer by any means. I have a very limited collection of games. They're over there, so I don't want to go, and the camera won't get a good view of them. But yeah, I've only got like 6 or 7, but I love them. My favorite game, I think, is Portal, or just the Portal franchise. They're both really, really fun. I like the puzzly type of games. Um, I like seeing people hold the door open for other people. That's always good. I like when people use their turn signals. I like when people obey the rules of the road. Um, what else do I like? I like getting a good tip at work. That's always fun. And now for my coming out story. So to understand it, or for it to make sense, you kind of have to understand my employment situation at the time. It was 3 years ago now, and I was working 2 jobs. I was an opener at Panera Bread, which meant that I had to be there at 5:30, and I was frequently a closer at this other restaurant called Stefan's. It's a really fancy place in Boca. It has since closed down, but that's not the point. Yeah, and that job would usually have me there until about midnight, and I worked Stefan's every single day, and I worked Panera Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'd have a 17-hour workday. I'd be going nuts. Oh my god, I was in tears more than once after a couple of those shifts, especially the Friday. But yeah, so I was dating this guy, Frank, at the time, and I really wanted to sleep over at his house. And so I was like, okay, well, it must have been a Tuesday or a Thursday, or I guess a Sunday, because I was like, I work both jobs tomorrow, so I'll be out of the house by 5:15 at the latest, and I'll be home at 12:30. My parents would never even notice if I didn't sleep there tonight. So I slept at Frank's house, and I woke up to 55 missed calls. That kind of stopped my heart for a second. That really sucked. I called my dad, and he was freaking out. He was so mad at me, screaming at me on the phone, the whole deal. And actually, no, my dad's a little bit crazier. He went to both of my jobs demanding to see the manager and, security tapes of when I had left work or gotten into work, whatever. Anyway, he was pissed. And so he was screaming at me on the phone. I was like, "Hey, Dad, I'm coming home." He's like, "You're damn right you are." I was like, "Okay." So I hung up. I'm on the way home. And I'm just like, "All right, now I'm in deep shit here. But if I tell the truth about where I was, that'll totally take the heat off me for not calling." And so I get home and I go into my parents' room and they're screaming and yelling and just, it's a mess. And they were like, "Where were you?" And I was just like, "Listen, this is really hard for me to say," which it was, but I'm still a little shit, so I took advantage of the situation. I was like, "This is really hard for me to say, but I spent the night at my boyfriend's house." And immediately, all the anger in the room just evaporated. It was like, oh my god, we're so happy you told us. We know that was so hard for you. We're so happy you don't have to live like that anymore. My parents are super supportive. I love my parents. But yeah. And then after that, there really wasn't much else to be discussed. My dad claims to have known since I was 8. And I'm still a pretty reserved person when it comes to my parents, so I don't talk to them about relationships any more than I would have before. But I love my parents, and that's how I came out to them. And my brothers, they were less funny. It was just... Well, actually, one time, my oldest brother, he was the last one I came out to. It was at a family gathering. He didn't say anything at the time, but he doesn't live with us, and he left, and as he was driving home, he called me to tell me that he, quote, "does not care who I bang." So, it's positive reactions all around. Alright, well, that's all for now. I'm sorry for the camera quality. It's shaking, I know, but I've made this video 5 times already, and I'm sorry it's so long, but here we go.